got to give the people what they want. So, it's a burger. A bento burger. Well, I'm in Helena working, and, meeting professionals tomorrow, so it's working with a G. Yeah, in Helena, I was thinking it's been a long time since I've been on a hike all by myself. So, here in Helena, I'm at Powerline Hill, and I'm coming down. I was just somewhere up there. Beautiful. The peak overlooks, that side overlooks Helena, and the valley facing that way towards the reservoir. And this side overlooks the valley towards the bottom of the McDonald Pass. The road is somewhere over there. But that's not what we're talking about here. So, yeah, I haven't been on a hike by myself for a long time. Usually I'm carrying a baby or some kid, sometimes baby and some kid. If I'm lucky, it's the light kid. Usually not. But, that aside, considering that I wouldn't have anything to carry other than myself and a bottle of water and a camera, I understood I took a handicap, stopped at Route 55. Great place to eat. Great burger, like a half pound. And it was the barbecue, the John Boy, had onion rings on it, barbecue sauce, mustard on the bottom, polite mustard. Don't want to get too crazy with that. But, with that, and then I went on this hike. And that is ill-advised. I was answering the question that nobody asked, which is the bigger handicap, the bacon cheeseburger, or baby? The answer is bacon cheeseburger, hands down, and with quite some handicap. I was really feeling it on the way up. About 3/4 of the way, I stopped, grabbed some water, and had some stomach cramps. I was sweating all over the place, dripping. It was unpleasant. So, somebody else might think that maybe that's a good sign. Lifestyle changes, whatever. But excuses are easier than lifestyle changes. So, I'll take the handicap. Thinking we're training, or not really training. I wouldn't say I'm doing anything physical training or anything. But a goal this year is to do Stewart Peak. Now, it's inside Missoula. It's in the Rattlesnake, about 17.5 miles. I understand it's beautiful. The snow should be all melted by June, July, August sometime. So, 17.5. Thinking, training, bacon cheeseburgers before every hike. Every single one. And that way, my body will be trained for that. And it's like wearing lead pants, I swear. And yeah, now I'm feeling a lot better. And this is no big deal. But the training regimen. And then for the big hikes, maybe I'll have a healthy snack with some carrots and broccoli and sandwiches or something. Something normal. So, but quitting burgers? It's not American. So, stop babbling. We'll follow directions. Let's get ourselves inside Highway 55. I'm surprised I don't have motorcycle parking. And yes, I do believe that's a Chevy up there. I hope it's a 55 Chevy. That makes perfect sense. Elvis hanging out right there. I've been here for a while. Not one employee has offered to wash my hands. Montana bathroom reviews. You're right. I'm here right after lunch, so I don't think it's got the post-lunch clean yet. So this is it at its dirtiest. But as per always, we look for the residual, the stuff that's always here. Like you look down there, a little bit of dirt and grime in the corner, but it's not too bad. And the new black tiles, I'm liking that. There's some water spots here, but maybe those are cleaning spots. Doesn't look too bad. A pretty clean mirror. Things are looking up. We got our flare. Oh, everyone's got these fancy bulbs now. Even in the bathroom. Oof. And they're covered. There's a double layer. Huh. That I think is a heater. For a 50 style diner, they're playing some weird music. If you look there, we do have some dirt and grime on the filter, but yeah, it's gonna happen. Overall, this is pretty clean. I do like the new thing of black tiles. The white kind of plaid tiles that everyone else is using just always look dirty and dingy. Black's gonna cover up, like you can see a muddy footprint there. That just looks really trashy and awful if it was those white tiles. So this new style of black, I like. Maybe their toilet's leaking or something. or urinal. Overall, not bad at all. I do appreciate how this is right in front of the door. So I could conceivably, I mean, that probably needs to be moved. I could conceivably open the door, toss my towel, get out before I can actually have to touch the door. Brilliant. Oh, the sink. This I enjoy. Finally, someone has come up with a spout, I think you call it a spout, that has enough space for you to get your hands under. Usually they're too short back there, and you're touching the sink, the dirty sink, with your recently cleaned hands. Force motion. All things do that, so whatever. Now let's do that thing. See if we can make it with our hands. Open the door. Toss it.
Hello, how are you?
Good, yourself.
Good, thank you. What are you drinking?
I'll Pepsi, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
What are you having to eat today?
I'll get the pimento burger.
All right. Do you want fries or sauce with that?
2 fries.
Pimento burger and fries. Do you need any ketchup, ranch, fry sauce?
Fry sauce, please.
Absolutely. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I didn't say it.
It's a burger. Pimento burger.
We have like 4 days that are like.
This is Ben Folds. And fry sauce, real fry sauce. But I enjoy letting this. This is the Cure, and Ben Folds covered it. Alright, so it's a standard bun. Obviously not made in the store. Let's look at the fries here real quick. Nice and crisp. That is some clear stuff. And I'm loving that fry sauce. The burger. Take a look at that, and I think that's hand pounded right there. Not much pink. Usually I like a little bit more pink, but that is definitely hand pounded. I don't think a hand ground. So, hand pounded. This is nice. The fry sauce has got some spice to it. I love it. It's almost like a horseradish dipped in with mayonnaise and ketchup. Lovely. And that is wonderful. Look at that melted cheese and melted pimento on there with their sizzler on the top. Let's open that up. Oh, the bacon. Yeah, it's like a sizzler sauce almost with the bacon. And that bacon looks perfectly done. I'm not sure if they got it pre-cooked and microwaved or if that's actually on the grill. For speed, I'm assuming it was pre-cooked and they just warmed or maybe tossed it on the grill for a second. It's hard to see. I don't have a good view of the grill, even though they're right there. But, yeah, that was pre-cooked. That is very good. And I do love it when the cheese comes up on that. This one's pimento. It's pretty juicy, so I think the sauce is going to drip on the fries, and then I get pimento sauce on the fries.
How's one so far?
Good.
Good.
You commented, and I listened. We got trimmed sides, trimmed bottom, even showered today. Things are looking up. With this, growing it out, full ZZ top. And by the time it's that length, it'll be gray like ZZ top. But, man, make burgers great again. Highway 55 is a special place. The soda, look at this. In a foam cup. 55 right there. The plastic ones are cheaper, but I think these are better for the environment. The burgers are about what you expect from a 50 style diner,
but the aesthetic, in fact, the cups is probably just to match that aesthetic. We didn't have that kind of plastic back in 1955. I can't drive 55. I've eaten here only dozens of times, but that was the first that I've had the fry sauce, and it was perfect. A bit of horseradish in there, so there's a little bit of kick, but they got the perfect mix of mayonnaise, ketchup, and that little punch a little bit. Mental Burger is where it's at. They also have some crab and some other weird stuff, but I've never had it, and I don't know about that. Here I am being nostalgic for a time that I wasn't even alive for. Maybe I'm just thinking fondly on any different time. You know, these videos are out on the internet forever, so I try not to date myself with current events or other junk, but last year sucked. That was 2020. And Highway 55 here was one of the first restaurants to open up for actual dine-in eating during the pandemic. I think this was mid-summer or so. But the first place you can actually sit down, which is important to me because I'm in Helena. I'm not from Helena. I have to drive 3 hours to get here, but sometimes I have to come here for work. And so on a day when I'm in the truck all day long, I definitely don't want to eat in the truck. You shouldn't eat in the truck anyway, that's just gross. The truck will get all nasty. It's already got mud and construction goo and junk all over it, but Highway 55, you walk in, you're immediately inundated with all the flair, all the aesthetic, all the color. That's when I knew that things were going to be alright. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, do all those things with the liking, commenting, and subscribing and all that.
Alright then, update. Bacon cheeseburgers for the win. Oh, real quick. Beautiful flower is that? I don't even know. But the Pentax and the macro gets it done. Now I'm off into the weeds, literally and figuratively, because I did the power line trail, went to the peak up over there, was great. Then did the 1906, which goes to a different peak, not too far. I think the 1906 was like 3 miles by itself, but I think I cut half of that off by doing the power line first. Then came back around the mountain here to the old Chevy trail, and I wasn't really going to log miles. I do have Google Fit, which tells me stuff that I'm going on 8 miles right now. Which brings me back to my thing. Bacon cheeseburgers for the win. After the first hour, which is going to be very uncomfortable, you have a seemingly endless supply of energy. Some 30,000 calories have been digested and are ready at your disposal. So that's the way to do it. And it's going to be perfect for Stewart Peak. I think the first 5 miles are pretty flat. Some rolling hills after you get to the bridge. But then there's 12 miles of a brutal assault upwards. And I'm thinking, you get those first 5 done in an hour. Maybe the first part of your upward ascent is difficult, but then you just break, have some water, maybe some sugar, and you are ready to kick it. Excellent. So, no lifestyle changes are needed here.